part of it, there's a whole piece that people are throwing out. You know, how do you languish in a kiss? How do you languish in an embrace? Have you touched my neck? Have you touched the nape of my back? Have you touched my inner thighs? Have you rubbed them? Have you caressed them? Have you held them? Have you hold my back? Have you hold me close to you? Can you hear my heartbeat? Can you smell the sweetness of my breath? Can you smell the sweetness of my essence? What words are you saying to me? Are they bringing out the arousal? Is it generated in love? Like this whole piece, people have thrown this out for just wham, bam, thank you, man. They're missing out. And I was like, wow, y'all. I'm talking candidly with my brothers and my sisters. And I'm going, how are you having sex? What are you doing? How do you start? How do you engage? And there's been no nipple play. There's been no breast play. They don't know where the clitoris is. They don't know how to finger fuck. They don't know how to do anything but put a hard dick in a vagina. That's all they know how to do. And I was like, oh, come on. And then there's the women, the same thing. They're not saying, I really need you to touch me. Like, I really need you to kiss me. I really need you to hold me. I need to feel safe so that I can unfold for you. Very important parts of those conversations.
Yeah, I love this. What you shared brought up two major things for me. We did some episodes back in October and November, and we focused a lot on trauma and trauma response. And one of the things that came up is that sexual automation is a trauma response. It's like, this is what you see and think that sex is and all it can be. And so this is reenacting that experience over and over and over. And it doesn't actually allow itself to be creative and intimate and sensual and unfold newly every time. And a lot of people don't think about that connection. I think about that specifically when I look at heteronormative relationships, but it can be that way in any type of relationship. If you got an automatic response, like we're supposed to do this now, if you're thinking I'm supposed to do this next, you're not present in the moment. And that's one of those places to stop and reflect. The other thing that this brought up, and this reminded me of when you were sharing about your son and the conversation around porn etiquette. Now, I would love to have you back for a future episode to just elaborate on that, because I've looked at like, okay, porn etiquette, there's so many things to talk about there. But one of the major things that I'm looking at right now is how to get, like, there's a difference between TV and real life. You know, like maybe they need to put on the porn, that disclaimer, do not try this at home. But, you know, really just being authentic and looking at that. So I really hear that in what you're saying and what that makes available. Huge, huge. Okay, so it is 7:00, and I would love to hear if you have anything else that you want to share on Afrosexual, your work. I know you do a lot of things for the community. Also, if there are any questions from people in the chat, we've had a few people pop up in the room, and I'm going to see if I can see on Facebook, but just, yeah, share a little bit more about your work.
So one of the things that I do for people is I do divination. Like, I'll do ancestral readings to give people guidance about what's going on in their life. Maybe they need to know if they need to keep this job, or if they need to move, or if they need to end this relationship. Sometimes they need to just hear it from another source. And I use their ancestral voices to get that communication across. So I do that for people. Every new moon and full moon, I do moon readings so you can know how to work those energies. So I actually pull your birth chart and find out where your stars are aligned within the realm of the energy of that moon, and then tell you what your specific issues or things you need to ward off or be wary of or be mindful of to take advantage of the energy. And then I'm teaching classes. So I'll be teaching classes, Spirituality 101, how to stay spiritually connected during COVID-19 and beyond. I'm also teaching a womb class on teaching women how to have happy periods. Because most women are not having happy periods at all. They see this as a curse, as doom and gloom, and there's really another side to this. And I've done some studies on how to just change how that experience is for you. I'm focusing more on new bleeders, because I feel if I start them when they're early, they're just going to grow into women with these ideas of feminine power and prestige. But I'm doing it for people who've been bleeding for 20, 30 years as well. Like really teaching you how to harness the power of that time, teaching you how powerful you are at that time, and then teaching you how to enjoy bleeding, because most people meet it with hate and disgust and disdain. And there's just a few little things you can do to change your diet and change your process during that time to have a happier experience. So you can reach out to me on bushmama.com. And then if you follow me on Instagram, I have a link tree that has links to websites and classes and stuff like that. You can follow me on those things and to keep up with what offerings I have next.
I love it. I love it. That was bushmama.com.
Yeah.
BUSHMAMA.com. Beautiful. And let's see. So it doesn't, I didn't see any questions popping up in the chat or on the Facebook. But this has been a powerful conversation. And I even love what you were sharing just now about like the bleeders. Like as a bleeder, have had quite a relationship with my own body. And so just hearing about that level of work that you're doing, I know you host the Moon Tea. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you're putting out there. And can people, you said people can find you on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
It's Irede. And I know that's crazy. It sounds crazy. It's just IREDE 3 times. But you can look me up by Bushmama. Like if you went and put in Bushmama, there's the one other woman out there who's a reggae artist who uses my name, even though I had it first. So when you see her, that's not me. But usually my image is part of the thing. You'll see my face. You're like, oh, that's that Bushmama. But you can also link to me through bushmama.com, and people can call me or text me at 510-485-2577.
Beautiful. Can you post both of those into the chat so that I can share them also with the community and make sure that people can follow up with you about your work? I know I've sent people your way in the past for a number of powerful services, and everyone's always been very pleased. So thank you for. Yes.
Now I got to figure out how to do this. I'm like, oh God, what did I do? I don't know. Sure.
It's okay. I can definitely get it posted later if you just want to message it to me in an email.
I was trying to figure it out, and I was like, it's not letting me do it.
No worries, no worries.
It's so easy to go to www.bushmama.com. Just go to the contact page, and you can send me a message, and I'll be happy to give you information, price list, all the information about classes. You can join my email list, get with notices when I have classes coming up, and just stay in touch. I'm so accessible to everyone, and use me as a resource as long as I'm available on this earth, and I'm happy to serve.
Beautiful. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining us. We are going to definitely go ahead and post this video onto our YouTube and share some information in the future month about the future month. You can find out more about the ItCast Real Talk on Sex on Facebook. You can also listen to us on Apple Podcasts and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit us at nikacharelles.com, NIKACHERRELLES.com. And you can also contribute to our work on Patreon at patreon.com/NikaCharelles. This episode was brought to you by the San Francisco AIDS Foundation. You can learn more about San Francisco AIDS Foundation and learn out how to access their services at sfaf.org. And join us next month. We're going to be hosting some special online event series for the entire National Pride Month. So stay tuned and see what we've got coming up for you. Thank you for joining us, and ta-ta for now.